on my channel. You don't have to come. It's all good. I'm telling you, I'm good.
Is it schedule?
I'm good now. I went like I started a new live stream. I didn't go into the schedule of
You can
live.
end this and then you go back.
I'm live now. Why don't you understand? You keep like,
Then
why
you
do you?
ask where you at.
I know it's like I'm back in there now.
Okay.
You have to go back and refresh it.
Okay.
Cool, cool. She's so considerate, man. Like, anyways, too considerate. You know, you get babied a little bit sometimes. You know, so hot. Now we're live. I was doing a whole other live stream on my own channel, but like it wasn't the schedule live. Now I'm here. So if you guys can see me and hear me, Robert Cole was right. He's like, hey, where are you? I was just live on a different live stream. So instead of going to the schedule. Anyways, so we'll talk about normal stuff. The usual Philippines content news right now. It's election season, so typically around this time, usually every election there's an increase in crime. Everything from kidnappings and shootings and like theft and robbery, bribery. It becomes a really big mess in the Philippines. So a lot of the news is covered, or at least about that right now. So it's hard to find any meaningful stories that really affect expats. I have to do some extra digging. But there is a major story that broke last night at the Cebu International Airport. So there was 9 foreigners carrying 44 million pesos. No, more than 44 million because it was 444 million pesos. Essentially, they're carrying around 8 million USD in 7 trolley bags full of cash. And I'm like, what? Who? It was like 9 Chinese, 1 Malaysian, 1 Indonesian, and 2 Filipinos. So crazy, crazy amount of money to be carrying around. They're saying initial reports are that the money was from winnings at a casino. Bro, what kind of money is he winning at a casino like that? So, but more to come from that. I'll cover that probably tomorrow in a deep dive on living abroad. Speaking of living abroad, my other channel, there was not two. I did a whole interview with a guy, JT, his name is in Cebu, that he shared his experience and honestly was very frank and forthcoming. If you guys haven't seen that one, consider taking a look, right? So, pretty interesting. I think it was very honest, which is good to see. Let me take a look at some of these comments. Robert Cole says, hey, where you at? It's 9:30. Hey, Robert, I'm back here. Hola, Alejandro says, Jess. Hey, Jess Loya, how's the new girl? His The new girl is it was never a new girl, just something obviously for content. You can see it's a sponsored one, so it was just to showcase how the site works mainly. There's no new girl, so it's all good. Um, Loud and clear, sir. Okay, perfect. Lewis, thank you. Kevin Venture for says, hey brother, the audio is pretty low. Word. Okay, is it low? Can you guys verify the audio on this? I'm not sure if it's just one person, but somebody said loud and clear, so maybe your phone or tablet volume is low. Couldn't get a drink after midnight here in Manila. Crazy law about no drinking before elections. I guess it makes sense. Like I said, a lot of nasty stuff going around during election season, so they're just trying to minimize some of that stuff. Because even in Thailand, they have no drinks on certain days, national holidays, but that's more for religious reasons. I don't know how I feel about that. I think it makes sense if it's a clear indication of many violent crimes coming based on intoxication during that period. They figured why not try to ban this and see if it makes a difference, right? Sounds fine on my end. Okay, master volume. Oh, I got it. Hey, Alex, good to see you on both of your vlogs. Thank you, Dari D Harry. I can't remember. You're a longtime supporter. You think I would know by now, but I have horrible memory, so forgive me. But yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm doing both right now. I'm trying to figure out some new direction with living abroad, the views and the videos, and also I just want to get off the streets, basically. Right, I can't be doing street interviews forever, so I gotta think of a new style for that channel, which is gonna be fine, I think. I still would like to talk to people, but might be under a different like format, or I might just completely do like deep dives on news topics on living abroad because I think it's important to like learn or be aware and just I think it's informative, right? So why not? We have 30 people watching, guys. Take a second, hit that like button, so we get some more eyes on these videos, live stream. It's only been 4 minutes, so I'm sure more people join. And there's also a goal on the channel if you guys want to. If you hit 25 bucks, I think it is, or 5 super stickers, we'll go for a drive and I'll show you guys a nice cafe, we'll get a coffee and just go outside a little bit. So if you guys want to see that. close enough. Yeah, close enough. Yeah. Good morning, bro, Alex. You know, tomorrow to stay inside until Tuesday. LOL. The professor. Yeah, election season can be crazy, right? Kevin Phil Venture said, "Have you tried using a AI to just get video ideas, just to get some outside?" I have not, because ideas aren't really my issue, to be honest. Like content creation, because of the style of my both channels, I don't need to like try to focus on what kind of video to make, you know? So living abroad is mainly about interviews and some travel content. So whenever I go to a new place, I want to make a video, I do that. And most of it comes down to me meeting the right people to interview. But I've never done a video, but I did not post. So whoever I interview, I release it. I don't care. Like it's not my place to pick and choose or have some kind of agenda. Some people talk very positively about the Philippines. Some people can be a little bit negative, like I forgot his name, but two videos I did with a guy that has got cerebral palsy. I think it's called his sickness or disease or whatever it is, condition. He was really negative about his experience, or just the way he spoke. A lot of people didn't like it, but that's just his experience. I can't tell him how I feel, how my time is in the Philippines. That's how his has been. But yeah, we'll see what happens with that. LMW, yeah, I love your street interviews. Thank you. A lot of people do. It's got over 161,000 subscribers on that channel now, and a lot of it came from street interviews. So the only issue with that is it's like it's becoming very saturated. I feel like everybody is doing it now. Like when I started like 2 and 3 years ago almost, right? It was a little bit unique, something different. Although there was obviously other street interviews, I think the way I was doing it, just off the dome, off the cuff, no scripts or nothing, and it was just a real look into real people in the Philippines, whether foreigners or Filipinas, mainly women, right? So, but I think by now it's a bit saturated. A lot of people doing it, and yeah, it just gets a bit tiring to be out there all the time, especially in the heat. And not really harassing people, but it's like cold sales, asking people, "Hey, do you want to do an interview?" Right? So, I figure at some point I'm gonna just step away a little bit from that. If you ever make it to Dumaguete area, let me know. Thank you. Yes, I don't think I will, to be honest. Not anytime soon, unless I got a reason to go. But I appreciate the offer. The professor, yeah, we're in the Philippines. There's more than enough to focus on. Yeah, there's a lot of things going on. Oh, Jess says, I just realized many events are canceled for Monday. I think that is the actual election day, right? The 12th is it? Yeah, it's just tomorrow. Okay, so that's that. Let's talk about a little bit of the news stuff that's going on in the Philippines, and then, oh yeah, the Tunisian dude yesterday in Thailand. I don't know if you guys saw that. First of all, let's talk about the girl in Thailand that said her money, the Israeli woman that said her money built Thailand, that went like viral. Crazy, you know? You think someone that gets so much money from the US mainly to build her country would maybe watch how she speaks to someone else and claiming that her money built Thailand. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I think it's the point about foreigners, the sense of entitlement, to the point where that Tunisian guy yesterday had a clamp on his wheel, decided to just take the wheel off instead of paying the fee. Like, what are you doing, man? Like, some people, it's insane to me. They just go to another country and they think that they can do whatever they want. The other dude yesterday, I was gonna cover, my man's from Australia. He's like a big time mafioso, apparently. He stole over $1 million from another Australian guy, went to Pattaya, rented this like luxury house, and he bought two lions. And he's thinking nobody's gonna notice his lifestyle with two lions and weapons and guns and all that. I'm like, buddy, like, what are you thinking? I guess you have to be a little out of your mind if you're gonna take that kind of life into crime and all that. Like, I just feel like if you got that kind of money and you're in Thailand, why not just do happy things, positive things, things that you're not in the news, or like the things that will keep you out of prison is my point, right? I don't know. People are different. I always see, and that's the one thing I noticed in the comment section, the variety of types of people that are not just on my channel, just on the internet. And I think a lot of times people, we have to remember everybody's different. Like we can see something very clear. Like I can tell you, this is orange juice. I can make a video and say, this is orange juice. And I guarantee you there'll be a handful of people that'll disagree with me, right? So I think if you're aware of that, life becomes a bit easier no matter where you're traveling to. This is like freshly squeezed OJ because I have no water in the house. I forgot. Baby, it's like drinking an actual orange. I guess that's what orange juice is, right? It's early morning, guys. Let me go back to the comment sections. The 12th hour election day girl is making it point to go vote. Yeah, she was off the chain. Who is this girl? Oh yeah, the Israeli girl. She was beyond rude. She probably never earned her own money. Yeah, it's like, of course, I doubt she ever worked a day in her life. She was off the chain. Hello from Australia, says John. Hello. Congrats, brothers, to Professor. Um, yeah, so today is Sunday. I have no specific plans. Just might go to, I like going to cafes. Usually I just Google something nearby. And I enjoy it for a couple of reasons. It's just relaxing. Honestly, I have no pressure or stress or worries really in life, just overall. So if I'm not working, I just like to just spend like an hour or two at a random cafe, people watch and try different things and just listen. I think the ultimate happiness in life is if you can spend time by yourself alone and be content. And you'll be surprised how many people can't do that. They're either always scrolling through social media or just like trying to meet people, whether it's dating or just friends or going out with people they didn't want to be around but just don't like being at home by themselves. At least in my opinion, I think if you can appreciate your own time by yourself, you found like peace of mind and content and happiness. Yeah, don't get me wrong, I like the company of people, but sometimes I feel like there are certain people that just because the weekend they have to go out, or they always, I feel like they have this fake facade of just, oh, look at me, I'm doing something, so that means I'm happy. I think some of those people are the people that are really running away from facing their actual desires in life or needs or wants and dreams. So this is getting way off topic about the news, but as usual, this live stream is usually not about the news. It's about just talking to you guys. So take a second, ask your question. I see we have over 22 likes right now. If you're enjoying any of the things I do, hit the like button and check out the channel goal I posted. What else is here? For show, says the professor. I just wait for the news, Christopher. Yeah, there's no news, bro. Get off the channel, the stream right now. I don't think there's too much news to go over because I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I know, like I said this in a couple other videos as well. Maybe I haven't, but what happened was yesterday, I went to the cafe that I might go again today, and I made this nice video. It was beautiful background, nice green. There was water. Anyway, it was very nice. And then I go put the SD card on my phone, and it says file corrupted. So whatever happened in the filming process, I messed up the video. So I made like a 14-minute video I was gonna edit, but and it just kind of took the wind out of me. I'm like, I'm not gonna make that again. Like because my reactions to these stories are firsthand. I don't script anything. I don't have a way of talking. I don't even read the stories to be honest beforehand. I just get the headlines, then I do a summary of the story, then I read it for the first time with you guys. So I feel like that's a bit more authentic and genuine. And if you guys actually care about what I have to say about it, it's a bit more real than me saying, I don't know, making some dad joke or some weird chat GPT response or something, right? So it just takes away from that. Then if I make it a second time, at least immediately after, I feel like I try to recreate my own initial reaction. Then it becomes a bit fake and doesn't come across. I just didn't want to do it. So that's why we're doing a live stream mainly. And honestly, for this live stream, depends on how these interactions go in the future. If it's not getting enough responses, no point in making these either, right? So it's okay to try in life, but if sometimes something's not working, just like you gotta pivot, pivot. You gotta watch Friends. That's a very, if you know, you know. What's next here? Let's see. Ba, 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 ba. The professor, happy Mother's Day to all male mothers. Come on, man. None of that nonsense on this channel. Male mothers. That's pretty funny. Yeah, it's Mother's Day. Hey, well, happy Mother's Day to all the mamas and the wifeys that have kids. That pulp is strong. Kevin Venture says, what would be your opinion on types and amount of clothes to bring to the Philippines? Any favorite cheap brands and dirty dry quickly? If you're a rather large dude, if you're really tall or really big, it might be a bit challenging to find clothes that fits. My honestly, I don't know. That's a not a vague question. That's a good question, but I don't know your lifestyle. I don't know how long you're gonna be there. My point would be to bring as little as possible. There's no need to bring anything. You could buy pretty much everything, unless like you're really extra big, tall, or something. In the Philippines, the number of malls and stores and all that, they're everywhere. So why pack so much and bring with you? If it's just a vacation or something like that, then yeah, obviously bring some clothes. But if you're gonna come here live long term, no need to bring like more than a few shirts and whatever. You can buy everything here, and there's no specific brands. If you want cheap in the Philippines, there's a store called Surplus. They have them in a lot of malls. It's just basically exactly what it says, surplus of certain brands, but it's all brand new. It's all brand new. Maybe it'd be like one season out of style, or I don't know where to get them from, but the quality is good. It's brand new and it's really really inexpensive. But I just have been to Uniqlo, and surprisingly, that's really popular. But once again, it depends on your size and all that. So, whoa, Robert Cole, my man, with a $20 donation to the channel. Thank you, Robert. I appreciate that. Robert says, "Sing your own song. Opinions are like the big O, and mine is, yeah, and mine is more important." That's funny. Well, at this point, yours is important. Robert, 20 bucks to the channel, definitely. You got the say over everybody else. But I guess one more sticker. We're gonna go to the cafe, guys. So if you guys want to see that, but as far as clothes goes, yeah, honestly, I realized that I didn't overpack, but a lot of people do overpack. There's no need. You can buy anything you want in the Philippines. So as far as like brands, if you want dry fit, there's a lot of Nike, Adidas, and even Surplus has a lot of dry fit, like dry fast or dry, what's that fit? Dry quick clothes. So Surplus and the typical Adidas, Nike, and Uniqlo is another popular one around here. It's got good quality and very like plain, simple colors that I think is Japanese brand, yeah. Alex, people need to spend less time online, take a break, and go outside and touch the grass. Yeah, touch the grass. Exactly. Where was I recently? I don't know where I went. And I remember, what the hell? But yeah, you're right, 100%. The feeling the grass is like a feeling I enjoy because I used to play soccer quite often in life, and I remember it was a great feeling. So it's almost a little bit nostalgic in a weird way. Number one, sometimes when I do these videos, it's weird. I don't know notice I'm hot, but my body gets hot. It's just weird, man. The temperature in Southeast Asia, the humidity, even with the AC. That's why I see a lot of people walking around with this bad boy here. At first, when I saw these, I'm like, what a clown. Who walks around with a handheld fan? Then I quickly realized these people know something I don't. So you can get these also very inexpensive. Depends on the quality, obviously. All around Southeast Asia, everywhere you go. A lot of women carry these. Not me though. I don't even carry an umbrella, bro. That's a whole different story. But anyways, Robert Cole says social media can easily be a rabbit hole, and we know what happened to Alice. Yeah, it's embarrassing to say. I never actually watched Alice in Wonderland, but from what I know, she fell down a hole, right, went somewhere else. But speaking of Alice, whatever happened to Alice Guo, right? There's a lot of nothing new coming out of that, and but a lot of people getting arrested for espionage and having spyware equipment in the Philippines every other day almost. Like once a week now, somebody gets caught with surveillance equipment. Now imagine how many people don't get caught, right? Keep that in mind. John Double says, "Are you enjoying your life in the Philippines?" I am 100%. I am enjoying it, and you know what? I'm also enjoying the fact that Professor here just hit us up with $10 donation. Whoa! Thank you, Professor. Keep it coming, bro. Thank you. So we got 30 bucks on two stickers. We're gonna go no matter what, guys. But if you guys want us to reach the goal, there's only a couple more stickers left. We'll get to the cafe. I'll show you guys. It's beautiful. And if you guys don't know, right now I'm not actually in the Philippines. I'm on a quick little vacation. Are you enjoying life in the Philippines? I am, yes, of course. I like the interview you did with the guy from South Dakota. Good, solid information on his experience. Yeah, I just did that with JT. Is that the guy from Dakota? I think it is. The one recently, right? JT's been here for a while. He married to one Filipina who basically ditched him for a richer guy. Happens, He brought her back to the U.S., but now he learned from it. Now he's really doing some serious vetting and making sure that he meets the right girl. You know, that's one of those things that no matter how many stories you hear, we tend to forget there's another 99 that we don't hear. People that have happy relationships, they don't come online and tell you, hey, my relationship's happy, let me make a video and then go back to their regular life. If I didn't have YouTube as a job, I promise you, you won't see me on social media. Like I would not be on anything. It's just how I am. I'm a private person. I think certain things need to stay private, especially relationships. And if you're happy in a relationship, you don't need to announce it to the world. So, it's just like the news. We see all the bad shit essentially, right? So, I don't want to discourage people about dating in any country, but one thing I would say for sure, listen to other people's advice. They do know what they're talking about, at least from experience. Don't just go into the first girl that meets you, the first girl that smiles at you. There's a lot out there, especially with like your living conditions. My point, my tip for anybody would be to come here for a month or two. Don't sell everything, number one. Number two, make sure you have some sort of solid income every month, whether it's a pension or a job online or something. And then live where you want to live and let that be your guide, not the woman. Then you'll find somebody in that city that you're interested in that would be, suitable for you. And lastly, I wouldn't go online at all. Like, I mean, I'll do it if I just want something quick, to be honest. If you just want to like smash and dash and that's it. So whatever, something like that, fine, do what you want. But I'm saying for solid relationships, it's rare if you're here. There's no point to go online. I just don't. It makes sense if you're abroad and you haven't been here and you want to start something and then come here in a month or two. You just want to get out there, like window shopping essentially. But I don't understand long distance relationships with people that never met. Like if you meet somebody, okay, there's something there at least. You see, you could trust them or something like that. But if you just like blindly, some people I do interview like, oh, we talked online for 3 years. 3 years, bro? 3 years? I'll lose my mind. If I don't see somebody within 3 weeks of first talking, I'm out of there. Not even 3 weeks. 3 days, bro. If you don't got time for me in 3 days, we're not the one. I'm not the one, right? Like that's just how I am. But that's just my personal experience. My point is, there's a lot of positive stories we don't hear. But yeah, thank you so much. The professor says keep it up. Keep it coming, bro. $10 super sticker. Thank you. So we're pretty much at our goal. We're going to go anyways. Like I said, we'll go to a cafe. It's going to be fun. I'll get a coffee, a drink. How much do you need to survive in the Philippines? Christopher, Sarabia, survive and live is two different things. That's one thing I did a bunch. I don't really do cost of living videos, but I do videos of other people telling me how much they spent. So surviving and living is different. Like I don't want to like talk about the same stuff everybody else talks about, but it's gonna mainly depend on like where you're staying and what are you eating essentially, or if you have like a drinking problem, not a problem, but if you drink often or if you eat out often, it's gonna go up. So if you want to live in BGC, IT Park, or all these like centrally located places, your rent is going to be 2 or 3 times higher than if you live somewhere 2 kilometers outside the city center. Are you renting short term or long term? Because that's going to affect how much you're paying for rent, you know? So you can easily do it for 1,000, but where you live and what are you eating is going to affect that a lot. Some people spend 3,000, some people spend 6,000 because they have a family, they have a house, they got kids to pay for, or a partner to pay for. They want they want a car, they want maids, they want proper living, right? Some people spend like me. I spend usually about 1,200 USD a month, but not because I'm cheap or I'm a simple dude. I don't need more than a studio. I prefer a one bedroom, whatever, right? And usually I'm here, wherever I am is short term. So I don't look for like discounts or whatever. I don't need like to make a place my own. I don't buy furniture or whatever, right? So reduces my cost. I don't drink. I don't pay for women like that. So that's why I don't smoke or nothing. So my cost of living is lower for that purpose. But a guy like, I think 1,500 is the bare minimum to have somewhat of a comfortable life. You could do it for 500 if you really want to. You can get a room in a shared house or a room like somewhere out there and start cooking at home. You could easily do it for 500. But I don't know if you want to call that living because you're going to have to walk, take public transportation. Inconveniences will start to get higher and higher. So it just comes down to yourself. Kevin says, where is your 100,000 subscriber YouTube play button? Where did you store it? That's a funny story. Not really funny, but when we hit 100,000, I say we as a channel, I was in Vietnam. And so we did a live stream about celebrating 100,000 subscribers. And YouTube sent me the plaque to a buddy of mine. He's like, I hold it for you. I'm like, great. So the first time they sent it, the security guard at his condo rejected it because my name was on it instead of his name. Even though he told the security guard, I'm expecting a package. It's not going to have my name. It's going to have this name. Like, yeah. So when the plaque came, it sat there for like 2 weeks almost. Nobody told him, and I couldn't contact YouTube. When I did, they said, oh, it's on its way back. They shipped it back to the factory or wherever they make it. So I had to get it remade or resent again. So right now, sitting in Canada at a buddy of mine's house, I've yet to see it or touch it physically. So That's where the YouTube silver play button is. Sorry, guys. Let's see here. Alice says, hello, hello. Sorry, if I miss a comment, guys, just do it again. Jimmy says, you're awesome. God bless you always from California. Just had a daughter last month. Whoa, Bulacan Malolos. Much respect. Jimmy, congratulations, man. Having a kid, I can't even fathom the feelings one would have, you know? So, congratulations. I wish you nothing but happiness and success, and your kid will be healthy and big and popular. And yeah, good stuff, man. The professor said, depends on how well we want to survive. Exactly. Hi, Alex. Online is too deceptive. Yeah, Charles, online. The thing about online, you have to firstly. Here's my biggest red flag. If I'm online in Canada and I'm talking to somebody and they're talking to men across in the U.S., why? Why are you talking to me in another country? What happened to your peoples? What happened to your crowd? What happened to your peers? What happened to your coworkers? What happened to your college classmates? Excuse me, or whatever, like your group of people. Why is he talking to somebody across? What is your incentive, right? Like, so obviously it's going to be for either financial gains, somebody that wants to leave the country, somebody that wants to have like blue-eyed babies, or whatever you want to say. So then you have to start from that perspective. So you're already like in a different pool of dating or different mindset. Are they all bad? Obviously not. My point is the percentage of meeting somebody proper online is getting lower and lower. And then when you increase the gay gap, no, zero gay gap. Oh, 100% gay gap. I should say age gap. And I think a lot of times we forget that that does matter sometimes, you know, actually a lot of times. At some stage, that that affection of attraction to someone physical to becoming just financial is just too wide to try to close. And of course, if you meet somebody in a natural way and they become attracted to you, that's different. I'm talking about going online and clicking on somebody's profile because they're 79 years old and you're 20 years old. You can't, might be, maybe there's one girl out there that actually finds someone like that attractive. But I'm saying you have a million women online. I guarantee only one or two of them, maybe even that, is actually attracted to somebody with a 50 years age gap, right? At that point, it becomes a fetish or something like that. It's just the reality. You know, I can't, at this age, I'm 38 years old. I can't go try to become a soccer player, no matter how good I feel. There's certain things you can't break, you know. So mother nature, father time is one of those things. It catches up to everybody. But hey, as an older gentleman, maybe you got a lot of stuff that a younger guy doesn't have. You know, you have experience, you have a lot of money. You can provide that girl with a life that no younger guy could. So as long as you know that, I think it's, you know, fair play and fair game. 111 says, have an ambulance mindset. There's lots of options in the Philippines. Don't fall for the first one. Definitely. I never heard that term, but I like that, the ambulance mindset. The thing about the Philippines or any country when you go dating, there's a lot of women out there. You met the first one, you can meet a second one, right? Don't just settle. No, it's not even settling. Sometimes the first one could be the one, but I'm saying you have to date a little bit and be very honest at the beginning. Say, hey, I'm here. I'm trying to find the right person. I haven't decided yet. I'm seeing other people. Or you don't have to tell people. It should be like a known thing. Unless you tell somebody exclusive, it should be expected. Uh, let's just go to the cafe, guys. What do you think? Let's see if I could turn on
It's
notifications.
not open yet. Just open it now.
9. Oh, okay, cool. What time is it now? It's 9. It's open. Let's see. So for some reason, my live comments have stopped coming on this phone, but I see them on this phone. Let me go back here. There we go. Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second while I try to catch up to some of these comments. Robert Cole says, no matter where you go, try to stay 30% of your net. Try and stay at 30% of your net. That's basic. Then you'll have enough and other things as they come up. That's excellent tip, but I really doubt anybody can only spend one third of their income unless you're making a lot of money, right? So for that to be accurate, I must minimum pull in 4,500 a month USD. At my stage of life, what I do with YouTube, that's not possible for me right now. That would be ideal, I think. That's a great tip. But I think most people will be happy at least 50% or 75% they can just live off of that and stash away 25 to 30% and save in case something happens, you know? I think times have changed, you know? I think that's another thing. Like back in the day, if you went to school, you did everything you're supposed to do, get a job, you were able to live a comfortable life, maybe buy a house, one parent can work, have a car. That was like the American dream, so to speak. Nowadays, that does not guarantee you success. You can go to school for 4 years, still not get a good job, still not get a good paying job, and you're still struggling. So that's another whole scam that the school system, the university system, yeah, certain things, if you want to be a doctor, a vet, some kind of pilot, yeah, whatever, those things you definitely need to go to school. But for a general like history major or educate something that is business some of the stuff that's basically I feel like you could have just done it by practically not going to school, like starting a business. Yeah, of course you want to have a little bit of knowledge about it, but out here, especially in Southeast Asia, buddy, get out there and do it. You know, just like a lot of stuff can be, I don't know where I'm going with that, but 30% does not work all the time. At least not these days, and at least with not my salary or what I make. Some people could, I'm happy for them, but it's difficult now. Dwayne says hello from Alberta. Hey, Alberta. Yeah, what I know nothing about Alberta except for there's a lot of oil fields down there. People go to work there. Robert Cole said, "Howdy, Dwayne. You guys in Alberta are gaining some good popularity down here in the lower 48. What you guys doing over there? Fill me in, guys. I'm missing. I have been in Canada for a long time. I was actually talking to family and friends, like, hey, man, when are you coming back? I'm like, I don't know if I am, man. Like, uh, I'm gonna go back at some point, but I have no plans at this time. I just don't really, you know. So yeah, I don't know. Marie says, "Hi, Alice. Glad watching you live. Hey, thank you. Another big supporter of the channel. I'm glad you are too." Kevin Venture Philippines says, "To me, an LDR is like picking up one grain of sand in the Philippines before ever going to the beach." Yeah, exactly. My biggest thing, I have two things with LDR that I don't like, maybe even three, but the big thing is the physical contact. I don't know about you guys, but for me, if I'm in a relationship with somebody, I need to be able to touch them. I'm not having a texting buddy. "Hey, what are you doing? Good morning." It's the same as yesterday, bro. Why you messaging me? It's just not why, but what am I gonna say? How'd you sleep? I slept good, man. How'd you sleep? I slept great. You know, I don't see the point of that. I can't do it. I gotta be with somebody, physically, do things, go places, hang out, and obviously be physically intimate. It's nothing. I don't know. If I wanted somebody just to talk to, I'll just talk to an AI at that point. And then the other thing would be just like not knowing what they're up to. You can't trust somebody you never met. It's difficult because you don't know their lifestyle, and that's when all the cheating and scamming and all that starts because there's no emotion built there. You know, you can. There's just too many things I don't like about LDR. I mean, some people can do it, but for me, my personality, it's not gonna happen. Kevin says to Jimmy, "Congrats, Jimmy, having a child is the best." Yeah, hi, Alex, glad watching you live. It's so weird. Sometimes I don't see the comments and I see it the second time around. I watch you daily. I miss Cebu, says Mark. Thank you, Mark. Where are you at now? Let me know. Where is you at? TND Productions. Hey, Alex, what up? Just checking in to say hi. TND Productions. Hello. I think you invited me to breakfast one day. I still feel bad about not being able to make it, but I hope you're well. Dwayne says, haha, Robert, I see that. IRS took half my shit. Sorry, pension, says Robert. I moved to the back to the truck and camped out with 6 months. Whoa, saved one off. Nice Philippines trip since then. I don't spend more than. That's an excellent. See, if you can live from the back of a truck, you're a different dude. You know, you're built different. You can do things that I personally probably cannot. I mean, I'm sure I could if push came to shove, but I've been too accustomed to some luxuries. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I like my air conditioning, right? That it's not a luxury. My point is like some people could do without it. So that right there tells you my level of like I just feel like I want to be comfortable, right? And unless but some people like it. Some people like the experience. They want to feel local life. They want to get out there. They want to do things. I don't know what camping's all about. I don't know how to survive in a bush, you know. But like, that's exciting for people, right? To be able to survive on your own and like put up a tent and make fire and like, man stuff like physical back in the day hunter gatherer stuff. I'm too comfortable with the internet these days. So if you could do that, is yeah, you could definitely live off of 30% of your income. So that's pretty good. A Ranger for Collector says 60 people watching, only 40 likes. Let's help brother out. Hit the like button. Thank you, A Ranger. Good point. Yeah, take a second, guys. Hit that like button. If you're enjoying this live stream or any other Asia Now videos I put out, we got 60 people watching. And if you guys want me to see, I'm going to go to a cafe. You can check out the goal of the channel with the 5 super stickers. Alberta is threatening to leave Canada and join us. I personally love Canada. That's never going to happen. Look what happened to Quebec, right? They decided to, in the 90s, have a referendum, and that ended not so good. Yeah. I mean, honest to God, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised about anything. Oh, yeah, you guys see what's happening with Pakistan and India? Whoa, that's a whole big mess. Big mess to the point where you got two nuclear-powered countries going at it for the first time, perhaps full-blown war. If that happens, I don't know. It's not good. Not good for the region at all. Not good for flights. Not good for the economy, and not good for just society to be at another war. What had happened was 26, I believe, Indians were killed by terrorists in Kashmir, and a tourist town. I think on the Pakistan side of Kashmir. If you don't know, Kashmir is a disputed area between India and Pakistan. There's a line between them. The Brits at some point divided the country to two, half to being Pakistani, half to being Indian. And ever since then, there's been like obviously tension. There's always been like certain types of attacks, but like this was like 26 people at once. And India says, you did it, Pakistan. Pakistan said, nah, it wasn't us. India launched strikes into Pakistan. Pakistan retaliated. And now we're looking at a. Actually, I don't know if Pakistan retaliated after the airstrikes. But the point is, they're going at it, and hopefully nothing comes out of that, and they can just kind of settle that politically and diplomatically. But not good if you have another war starting. James says, is the Philippines still a good option to find a good loyal partner as someone who is passport bro and give up dating women in the West or bringing a Filipino over to the West change her attitude? Yeah, of course, man. Look at here, bruh. You're coming to the Philippines as a single Western man. Your options are, let's say, 100, or let's just say 60 million Filipinos. That's obviously not the right number. Let's say 10 million Filipinos is your dating pool. And if a woman in the Philippines sees you, you are 1 out of 1,000, let's say, Filipino expats and her. If you bring her to the U.S., she's in that dating pool that you're in. She's gonna have access to millions of men, right? I'm not saying every Filipino or every Asian woman is bad like that, but you're just basically you're taking a kid to a candy store essentially instead of bringing the candy to her, which is you. I don't know if that's a good analogy, but you're just tempting her. She's gonna start going to school, working, doing all these things, and she's gonna meet people either that are more compatible, have more money. Let's just be honest, women are about being stable, or just simply better looking than you, or might be funnier than you. Maybe they're offering her something that you haven't. So you're essentially putting her in a lion's den and expecting her. I'm not saying all women are like this, but maths don't lie. Mathing. Wasn't it maths? Somebody said the bridge. Anyways, we're getting off. I think the Philippines is a good option if you come here and physically talk to people, because you're automatically, not automatically, you're definitely reducing the chance of getting scammed or somebody actually into you because of you and not online, right? So I just think it's a good option, but things are changing. Even from the past 6 years I've been here, I've seen a slight, I do interviews on the street, right? So I talk to a lot of women and I see a slight difference in the tone and the expectations slightly. And maybe because I'm still always in major cities, so I don't really know. The Philippines is big too. Who knows where you can go and find a perfect woman. I think it's still a good idea to come check it out, but I would say not to definitively decide before even coming here. Whoa, Alberta needs 600,000 signatures to push a referendum to succeed in Canada and go independent or join the U.S., or so the news is reporting. Let's see what happens with that. Are you doing laundry? It's done. Hey, Alex. Hello from Edmonton, Alberta. I've been home for a month, back again in July, and hopefully I'll catch up with you in Cebu. Great content, buddy. Thank you. Newfie, Newfie in the Philippines. I've been to Nova Scotia. I haven't been to Newfoundland. Nova Scotia was nice. That's just a nice place. Lobster was delicious. I remember the neighbor brought over like a bucket of lobster. I'm like, whoa, what is this? Like, oh, just saying hello. I'm like, yeah, you guys are too nice down here. Lobster's expensive in the West. If you guys, expensive. Not around here though. A Ranger for Collector. Hey, from Angel City. Huh? The goal is gone? How? I put 2 hours. That hasn't been 2 hours. All right. Apparently, my goal of the channel has been gone. Let's see if the goal. Can you guys see the goal? If you can help me out, there's a goal somewhere there. It should be pinned to the message. If we reach 5 stickers, we can go to the cafe. We will go anyways, but I just want to see if the goal's there. So thank you guys. Oh, 3 more. Huh? We got 2 stickers. We're gonna go anyways. So you know what? I've been told. My manager says we cannot go to the cafe unless we get 3 more stickers. But I'll make the final decision on that. We'll go, guys. Don't worry. Hey, Jose Rodriguez here. What's up, Alex? I was surprised when I looked at my YouTube feed and oh, that's me. Yes, I interviewed Jose, so check it out. Jose, one of the most honest dudes I ever met when it came to dating in the Philippines and meeting women. So he straight up told me, he's like, "Yeah, I'm here for the women. I want to find someone," and he's got a thing for Asian. I like men. I like people like that. Be honest. We're not like I mean, we're all adults, right? We're not gonna pretend like we don't know why a lot of men come to the Philippines. I would say the number one reason would be to find a partner. Number two, probably retirement or like some kind of cost of living factor, right? So yeah, really interesting interview. If you guys haven't seen it, go on Living Abroad and check out Jose's interview. A Ranger for Collectors. Hey, from Angela City, 4 years here. Oh, in the Philippines, great retirement. Thank you. I'm glad you shared that. See, a lot of people having a great time in the Philippines. We got 50 people watching. Whoa, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the live stream, guys. We have a goal on the channel. I still don't know if we can see it. I'll get to those messages in a second. Kyle says, not all, but a lot of millionaires never finished college. Oh, a small percentage have never finished high school. They had a great mentor to learn from. Yeah, I think that's more true now than ever before. Back in the day, college, university was the way to go because that meant something. Now I feel like that's just like a prerequisite for any job. I hate the ones that says, "Hey, come work at McDonald's," but I have like a university degree and experience. Like, bro, how am I gonna get experience if nobody's gonna hire me, especially for entry level? Entry level position and requirements of 4 years of whatever experience. I'm like, buddy, I gotta get a job. Like, you are my experience. So I can't stand that in the West and in Asia and in the Philippines. That's even worse because there's so much things people got to do just to get a regular job at like Starbucks or something. The criminal check, background check, you got to have a degree. There's like, they want to know everything about you, and then they make it so difficult just to earn like 400, 500 pesos a day. So it's not easy. And I don't blame some of these women out here like trying to make money. I think I blame the men more than the women, to be honest, because we should know better. And we have the ultimate control. You don't want to spend money, just don't. So that kind of stuff, it's always like, I had feelings about it, but it's hard to say because I don't know the individual sending the money to the woman because I'm not that person. They're not me, so I'm not in that position. I don't know what I would do if I was, let's say, later on in life and I just wanted to like meet a younger woman. I'd probably send money too. So it's not fair for me to judge them like that, but it's fair to like inform people, but to be aware of. Hey, Charles P in the house with a $5 donation. I think we're gonna go, guys. We're going to the cafe. We're at 3 out of 5 stickers here. We'll get there. Let me go back to some of the. We're gonna do this live stream for a while, so this OJ is only halfway, and we still gotta go to the cafe. Dwayne says, new fee. There might be more there when I go in a few years. Okay, might be there more, I guess. I'm in Memphis, Tennessee. I was living in Udon Norton, Thailand. I've never been to Udon Thani, or yeah, or even Isan, but I will go. I will go for sure. Herbert said, just returned from New York to Dumaguete. Best thing I learned: Filipinos really respect older people. Herbert, that's a fact, right? So Filipino culture is very family oriented, and older people get a lot of respect to the point where sometimes even your dating decisions or dating life can be affected by it because it's so embedded in them to like either support their family or be near their family or some kind of like family connection there that might kind of hinder a part of your relationship. So, but elders get respect because some simple things that you don't really see in the West anymore. Like there's like this, of course, there's senior discounts in not every country, many countries, but I feel like it's a lot more visible where they prioritize the elderly in the Philippines. Robert Cole says, "Fire! I had a single butane burner like most Philippines. I have okay, just like a lighter. Thanks. I'm moving to Cebu. I was thinking about buying a sailboat and travel around the islands. Mark, if you want to know about sailing, check out Wanderlust Asia. The gentleman name's Willie, and I've interviewed him, and he's a good guy. So take a look and ask him your sailing questions." Robert says, "I've seen many sailboat anchored off the Leyte in the past." Yeah, I'm sure many people are doing it. I don't know anything about it. Philip Massey is, hey, a longtime supporter of the channel. Hey, Alex, how are you? Great interview in your last video. Thank you. Yes, a lot of people have, I think it's got over 20 something thousand views in less than 12 hours. So a lot of people enjoying that one. Take a look, guys, on Living Abroad if you guys want to check out a good interview there. 20-minute long, but yes, really good. He touched up on a lot of things and he was really honest. So thanks to JT for that one. A Mango Cashin Van Life Philippines says, "I think the Filipinas is more about compatibility, capability, and sense of humor, and not controlling them over money. That's been my experience." I don't know because I've heard so many different things, and I've never really had a relationship with a Filipino. So I know, right? I'd give relationship advice without ever being in a relationship with one. So, but I think I deal with enough women to know what they're all about. Will you talk to a moment about what it's like to just be before landing? Okay, Kevin says a good. So Kevin says, "Will you talk for a moment about what it was like just before landing the first time in the Philippines? Were you excited? Where did you go? What did you do, buddy? One of the most exciting times of my life. To be honest, that's how I feel about any country. Which, by the way, I'm going to be going for a brand new country in a couple of weeks, so I'm super excited about that one. Never been there. Anyways, my thing, if you guys don't know, I never researched anything. I know it's stupid, but for me, that's what I like. That feeling of just landing somewhere for the first time and not knowing anything. The only things I research before I travel is my visa requirements, like can I legally enter this country? And honest to God, that's it. The only other thing I do is take like a place, obviously renting an Airbnb or hotel. I don't know nothing else. Everything else just comes to me because and I'm so blessed in life. The way I travel now, I genuinely look at a map and I just to see which country I've not been to. So, and then I just take a look at flights like that. So, for me, the first day, getting on a plane and just arriving is exciting. It's like first day of school. Who are you gonna meet? What kind of friends you're gonna have? Where you're gonna eat? What's the neighborhood like? What is the dating scene like? The culture, just everything. To me, it's just like a lot of fun. And it takes me a good week before I even like see something twice. I walk this way, I walk that way, I check out some of the newest sites or whatever. So I am 100% blessed and I recognize my position that I can do that in life. My biggest flex is my passport. I got no pages left in it. I don't know where it is, somewhere nearby. Zero blank pages now. I think I have like half a page left. So if I have to go to a country that requires like a full-on page of passport, I can't even go at this point. I got to get a new passport. My point is, super exciting. I'm always happy. I can't wait to go and eat for the first time. Just stop at a random place. Just like going to a random place that looks like I remember in Malaysia, the first day in Kuala Lumpur, I'm just like, I was walking, I smelled this. I'm like, what does that smell? I'm like, it smells so familiar. I couldn't pick up like the scent, but it was just like charcoal grilling lamb. And I was like, whoa. I sat down with like at least another 40, 50 locals and just like, people were so kind, waving, because you know who's a foreigner, right? Even though I look exactly like everybody else, but like they can tell based off me just like, oh, where am I at? What can I order, you know? So for me, it's one of the most exciting things. And that's sometimes I got to remind myself. That's why I travel. You know, like making YouTube videos is time consuming and difficult, and like in a way sometimes not really stressful, but it is something that's on my mind a lot because it's my job. But then I remember why I do all this stuff, and that's one of the reasons. But thank you for asking. It was fun talking about it because I enjoy that. Charles with a $5 donation. Thank you, Charles. I appreciate that. So yeah, 35 bucks, 3 stickers, 2 more to go. We'll go there soon. Good for you at Mango Cash Van. Okay, hello, says Kiran. Hello. Sorry, guys. I think I may have missed something here. Let me go back. Mango and Cash says, I've never lied. I was living in South America, not having a good love life for 3 years. Go ahead to Philippines for it. Never regret the decision. Yeah, the Philippines, I think, is one of the easiest places to meet women, man. Like, people are friendly, they speak English, and it's an abundance of women there. So, and Westerners are, we have a good reputation as far as like the dating scene goes, at least from my perspective. It's easy because people are just open to meeting you, dating you. I mean, a guy like myself would not have almost any chance online in Canada, at least to the woman that I'd like to be around, you know. So, but in the Philippines, it's different because, yeah, they care about your looks and your height and your money, but it's nowhere near as the level that you're expected to meet in the West. So you, no matter who you are, you have a much better chance of meeting women in the Philippines. And that's like a fact. I don't care what anybody says. Now, the motives of the women, that's not up to me to decide. That's for you to go ahead and vet and kind of wean out the weirdos or the people you don't want to deal with. But to meet them, to be with them, to hang out with them, to take them home, to marry them, whatever you want to call it, is definitely easier in the Philippines. You've been doing some yoga, huh? Flexibility, Mission Impossible shit. Um, you ready?
Yes,
Soon?
you have to change the signal to.
The data instead of Wi-Fi? Okay, I'll do all that. All right, we're gonna go, guys. We're gonna go to a cafe soon. We're just getting started. So ask your questions. Let's get talking. Let's go check out some stuff. Hello, says Kiran. Hello. Kirk Kurter says, hi, Kirk from Quezon City. Been here 8 months, never going back to the USA. Love it here. A lot of people feel exactly like Kirk, you know. So I've seen a lot of negative things online, to be honest, about the Philippines recently. I think it's important to point out certain like downsides or cons of living in the Philippines, but I think a lot of us have to remember there's a lot of positivity still. Like, you know, so you can't be in a place that's 100% positive. It's not going to happen. I think at that point, you're just being deceitful, right? So it's important to point out, for me, some of my biggest annoyances about the Philippines, number one, I think by far, is the humidity and the heat. My body's not built for that. I wish there was a way I can get over it. I've tried many ways. I just can't. The other thing would be the food scene, unless I want to eat Western food or cook my own food. The local food is one of my least favorite foods in the world, probably. And that's nothing against, it's just not my palate. It's like going to India, for example, and not liking masala. You're not gonna like any of the food because they put that shit in everything, right? So it's not really against the Indian food. It's just that flavor is not to my taste, or it's just too sweet or too oily, for example. It's cooked in oil and everything. So those things, I can't really blame the country. That's what they eat. And also, I don't eat pork. I don't eat seafood so much. So it's not fair for me to judge. But it is a reality. So those are two things that I can't get over. Trying to think. Some of the stuff that other people have problems with, I don't, because I don't travel or do what they do. So, for example, a lot of people complain, like traffic. I don't drive here, and wherever I stay is usually central, so I don't got to go anywhere. Pollution, I'm gonna be honest, it doesn't affect me directly, so I don't really feel the negative impact of like pollution. You know what I mean? So the air quality, I've been to countries that's way worse than anywhere in the Philippines, so I'm used to it. What else do people complain about? I'm trying to think some of the downsides that I hear often. The scamming and the women and all that, buddy. I never sent a single dollar to somebody online. If I bought dinner for somebody, if I paid for the taxi, that's a whole different story. I'm still a man. I'm going to be the one paying. That's different, right? I'm talking about genuinely who just got scammed. I did a video on that. That dude, the American guy, if you guys haven't seen that one, it's also on Living Abroad. Some lady took him for 1.5 million pesos. Like, what are you doing, bro? Like, you never met this girl and you're sending her that kind of money? So that kind of stuff doesn't affect me. So the negative is, that's not part of my life. And if something was negative for me, I'll remove myself from that situation if it was impacting me that badly, right? So don't tolerate. You're a grown person. You're an adult, right? So you make decisions and you live by them and hopefully not die by them, but at least like it won't affect your life so much. We're gonna get set up to go to the cafe here, guys. So excuse the tomfoolery for the next minute or two. I'm gonna change the Wi-Fi. I can check this. What else? The gimbal, and that's it. Get out of here. All right, just bear with me, y'all. For now, while you guys are waiting, consider hitting that like button and consider helping me reach the goal on the channel with the 5 super stickers, and then we'll get going. So I think we're good. I'm gonna hold this. My big head. Somebody mentioned my mustache yesterday. I ruined it. So I guess I can still talk, right? I don't have to be quiet. So I have my producer here helping me set up the gimbal. I'm kind of handsome, huh? I said I'm kind of handsome. Shit, okay. All right. My balls. It's a good thing I'm wearing shorts this time. Ah, fuck. Yo, you know you're old when you can't get up. Can you get me a napkin? Huh?
Is this comfortable hand?
My hand's comfortable. Why come it's not straight? Like, why is it on an angle? If I double tap this.
But you put your hand.
My hand's straight, bro. I gotta be like this.
How can your phone gonna?
What? Okay, here we go.
Wait.
What is going on here? Technology. What's that meme I just saw? I don't know. Okay. There we go. Now they can see our whole crib over here. What kind of tomfoolery we're doing? Can you give me a napkin? It's hot as hell. This is, come on, man. I can't be wearing this. Is like fucking babushka lady wear this. It's like, it's my grandma's napkin. All right, so you know what it is. I should smile more. I think I'm a handsome dude, you know. I ruined my mustache, man. There's like a piece of it missing. Smoke break. Okay, I'm gonna do a. We're gonna go. So they have the wallet.
You wanna share internet to that first from here?
Yeah. Okay.
Did you find in your Wi-Fi?
All right, so we're gonna go and drive to this cafe, so you guys get to see a little bit of drive. It's hot though. Should I put on some antiperspirant, some deodorant? Can you hold this like this for me? I'm gonna go. Okay, whoa, relax. Oh yeah, you got the mirror, huh? You don't want to be seen. This shit right here is the best. Old Spice. But if you're gonna get this, make sure you get the blue one. The blue sports one. You don't want that, don't, just keep it high. They don't want me to put on deodorant. It's kind of weird, right? I always see black dudes putting on deodorant in broad daylight in public. I always thought it was weird, but now I'm doing the same thing. That's not racist. That's just facts that I've witnessed. Okay, so. Dun, 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 dun. I guess no gym today, huh? I know you're happy about that. Wallet. Turn off air conditioning. We're going to the cafe. I'll give us a couple minutes to get sorted out. I don't know where my glasses went. You gotta get closer.
You might get your cut off in the elevator.
Yeah, that too. I'll tell them. We need to buy water, right? Later. Oh, my stomach hurts. The orange juice. Anybody else stomach hurt because it's orange juice, or is it just me? Pit stop, yeah. I don't have it. Maybe on that table?
Oh, you didn't go out.
That table? You have to find a key, y'all.
No, it's
Is it
always here.
in my bag? What?
You don't walk around, just stay there.
Yes, boss.
I told you not.
I did anyways. Just do whatever you tell me to do, man. You walked around anyway. Where's the key? You find it?
No,
What?
stay there.
Okay, boss. Uh, is it in my black bag? Want to check inside that? Just in case I put it in there. Let me answer some questions while we find a key. We lost half the viewers. That's okay. It's understandable. Some guy walking around his room confused, trying to leave. Let me get back up to some comments, guys. Give me a second. Cole says, do you remember me now? Yes, I remember you, Cole. Sorry, guys. Okay, so there we go. We're back to the comments. The professor said, there's no substitute for water, i.e. juice. You can still get dehydrated. You're definitely right, bro. I'm going to get some water from outside. For now, there's none in the house. Wow.
All night?
All night. This shit was on the door all night. Come on, man. We got raped last night. We don't know. You guys know that happened to me once. Not the rape part. Somebody came into my place without. Who opened the door yesterday?
We both.
Yeah, I think it was you because I was carrying all those bags full of snacks. Wow. This was
See,
outside.
that's why I told you stop walk around.
Ah, I thought it's because. Oh, see, men don't listen, huh? There's dirt everywhere now. You gotta clean this up. I'll clean it up. Okay, the dirtiest look I ever got in my life.
Kid.
Okay. So the internet might cut off for like 30 seconds while we are in the elevator. Yeah. Hold on. They can see you in the room. Where do I go? Hey,
I mean forever.
hey.
I mean forever.
Thanks.
What is it first, right? Is it back here?
Yeah, we're out. We're live now. Okay, we're back. All right, all right, all right. Yo, blast that AC, son. It's a heavy phone, you know? It's a heavy phone.
No, this can't be.
The gimbal. Okay, so now, yesterday, it rained so hard here, you wouldn't believe the amount of like flooding that occurred. Insane. There was like complete motorbikes under the water on the street. In Southeast Asia, a rainy season is a serious thing. Like it's a big problem, not only because it's rain, but it affects a lot of things like traffic, the roads, the flooding. It's gonna be hard, huh? You have to maybe back up. Actually, you're good on the left.
Or maybe I go right and put my chair.
Yeah, go that way. Whatever you gotta do, but you're gonna hit this car. Try again. Sorry guys, we gotta get out of this parking lot quick time. I'll get back to the live stream talking in a second once we get sorted out.
You don't need to worry
I don't have to
about
worry about you? Alright.
I'm an expert.
Oh, expert, yeah. Expert shit talker. Trash talker like a basketball player, man. Okay, what was we talking about? Now I get to go back to the comments. Alright, so we're back. I see somebody wrote Nazi. We pissed people off more. A troll for spell Nazi in live chat. I don't know. When I see the comments, I'll remove them. If you guys want me to kick somebody off, just tell me their name and I don't have to read it. I trust you guys. If more than 2 or 3 people say it, I'll do it. Oh, there's a lot of people said a lot of stuff. Give me a second. I'll catch up. Okay, so what gets me to go to a place like Chi Hardware check? It's like 2 check receipt after you pay the guard check at the door. Yeah, so you guys might not want to hear this, but I'm gonna say it because I don't want to lie to people. The whole security guard checking your receipt is bullshit. First of all, they don't even look at the receipt. Like they just put a check mark on it. Not even that. They see you get the bag and they put the groceries in the bag, and the security guy's watching you the whole time. I know it's his job, but he still wants to like check the receipt. Like I'm like, come on, man, you just saw me, and I gotta go back into the bag of receipts. It's not a big deal, obviously. It's not it's not gonna make or break somebody for sure. But it's one of those things that's redundant, right? So, and doesn't make sense.
You can use it to extend it longer.
No, this is good. So that's not a big deal. But one time I was coming, I'm not going to say this, but I'm going to say it anyways. One time I was coming out of Metro and both my hands were full. And I get to the top of the escalator and the security guard wants to see my receipt. I just walk past him. I'm like, cash me if you can, bro. What are you going to do? Stop me now? Like, I'm not going to. I'm like, you see me here like almost daily, bro. Like, it's just like one of those things. I'm like, I'm not doing it. If you really want to see my receipt that bad, come stop me and go through my bag. It was just like, I was hot and it was just an uncomfortable situation. I just walked right by him. I'm like, yeah, I'm gone, bro. You come get me. Come get me later. And never came. I said a word. Because I know he doesn't care enough. So, what? That's not me. Okay. Let's get back to the comments. Now that we're back to normal. Kind of. A lot of comments in here. Let me get back all the way up. Okay, there's no substitute for water. Okay, you need to warn Westerner men you don't break up with Filipino women. No consequences. Sure you can. Says who? Why can't I break up with a Filipino with no consequences? I don't know what that means.
It is like maybe it's just like that they will get angry and they will not give up. Like someone even harassment to like, you know, break up with me stuff like that.
I don't know because I can't assume what this woman means or this person. If you could be a bit more, I don't know what that means. I think no consequences in what sense? They're going to be jealous? They're going to cry? Is that what they mean, you think? I don't know. Teresa, what do you mean? What kind of consequences will I get by breaking up with a Filipino? What's your sailboat budget? What's the name of the boat guy? The name of the boat guy, his name is Willie. And his channel, he's got a YouTube channel called Wanderlust Asia. So go check it out and send him a message. I'm sure he sails around the world. That guy's like, he's really, I trust him. Rick says, go Leafs go. Yes, go Leafs go indeed. What country are you in, sir? I am not in the Philippines at the moment. You'll see if you just look enough which country I'm at. Vernon says, Mindanao is in the house. We are gold here in the Philippines. I got my asawa in the Philippines. Perfect. Asawa is a wife. If you guys don't know, uh, do you think a plastic patrol skin in Fortnite should be removed from the game? I don't know. I haven't played Fortnite in a long time. Um, Moving to the Philippines is one of my best things I've ever done and doing in over 20 years, says SGT Sergeant USA, I think is how you say that. Thank you for sharing. And once again, there's a lot of happy people in the Philippines, man. Let's not forget that. Look, buddy, look at that guy's stomach, man. Right?
That's my dad.
That's every Asian guy, you know. No F's given, man. Shirt rolled up, hand over the stomach. That's it. I'm gonna pick up that habit very soon. So yeah, Vernon says I'm looking into a balding or building. Are you saying I'm balding? Because I've been bald a while, bro. No, he's saying I'm looking to building a houseboat in the Philippines. That's interesting.
You can point it front camera.
Okay, boss. You're right.
Up to you.
No, you're right. You
But
know,
is it
that's
clean
why you're
yet?
my producer. That's clean enough, I think.
The back camera?
Nah. You guys can see some of these streets. It's good for now. Okay. Babushka lady coming to help out again. Huh? A new Philippines, stray dogs and no trash cans, less of one, more of the other. Get used to the heat after a while. Yeah, good points. Congrats. The people are much more kind. AC is your best friend in the Philippines. Yeah. I mean, Ozamis, hot as fuck here. Yeah, it's getting really hot. Rick said hi. Hi, Alex. Where do you plan on settling down later in life? Paul, Philippines journey. Settling down is nowhere near my mindset right now, so I honestly don't know. I still would like to visit many countries and just explore. I think, if I'm going to be honest, I really don't know. I have no idea where I'll be settling down. I watch Asia Now every day. Love the show. Thank you, Vernon. That's such a compliment. I appreciate that. Waiting on the photo bomb to start. Yeah, I know, right? It's not putting on deodorant in the daytime. It's a pit stop. Alex, don't sweat the stash. It looks fine and grows back. Yeah, that was strange. I didn't realize people noticed my stash was messed up for a minute yesterday. Sergeant USA said, Alex, are you simping? LOL. Yeah, so simping is the new terminology kids been using these days. I am not simping. I think I'm the most, yeah, I can't even, I'm the most like opposite thing from simping. But sometimes, I do a little bit of simping once in a while if I want some
Peaceful.
peace of mind. Hey, Walter says, still have to treat you to Halo Halo in Sugbu. Thank you, Walter. I appreciate that. Sounds dropping. Is it dropping now? This is probably written like 20 minutes ago.
You listen to that.
Nah, it's all good. Too much work. Been living in the Philippines through winter in US 2019. Watched you for almost a year. Glad to see the channel growing. I wondered, is this your first YouTube endeavor and what inspired you? Matthew, great question. You've been watching for a year because the channel's been a year. Actually, this is my second YouTube endeavor. My first being living abroad. If you guys don't know, it's about interviews mainly and some travel content. So it's my second time around. But this time I knew specifically what to do, and it's going exactly how I planned it. It was a bit slower than I thought it would be, but once again, I much appreciate a slow but dedicated, loyal fan base, subscribers and viewers than a big one that watches occasionally, right? So for me, I think this is my second one. So thank you for asking. But I just want to show some of now that we passed all the stuff. If you guys don't know where I'm at, this would be a good indication. I could just tell you guys, but this is more fun. It's not a big deal, but if you guys know living abroad, you also know who I'm in the car with, but she's shy and shit. Although she got her own YouTube channel, but that's okay. Let's not get into that. Apparently I'm a mystery man.
This is the green thing always here.
Oh yeah, in the background, the dinosaur, right? Yeah, this man's shirt is nice, bro. Where you get this?
Adidas, huh?
Oh, never mind. I thought it was something else.
But it's like copy thing, I think.
It's yeah, it's the same style as all the Korean shirts, right?
Mm.
Or Japanese ones or something.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's get back to reading some of these. Charles said, "What trends do you search? What? What trends do you see changing most there since you've been there?" Oh, good question, Charles. I just think the whole dating scene was changing a lot. I noticed it because, like I say, I interview so many people and I talk to so many women, and I've also been on dating sites, so I see the difference in just the amount of effort women put in all over Asia to even talk to a man these days. It's becoming westernized in a different way. It's got obviously this is solely online, so I can't speak for meeting people in person. And also as I get older, obviously my demographic and the people interested in me probably changed too. But like 10 years ago, when I went to Asia, anywhere I went, I can see being looked at by other women, like whether they were even interested or not. At least you get a glance here or there, right? But now, unless you like really stand out, most people just be looking down on their phone. And I think women are become just like they've taken the dating scene from outside to strictly on their phone. Even in like red light districts, if you go somewhere, a lot of women are just looking for customers on their phone instead of like looking to talk to a customer walking by. In the past, that would be a thing, right? It's still there, but I just feel like a lot more people have gone on social media and online, and it's becoming like a popularity contest in a different way, So that's something I've noticed. We're here already.
No, no.
Aside from that, traffic has increased for sure in Cebu City. The popularity of the Philippines, specifically coming from after COVID, being locked down for so long, got a lot of people thinking, "Hey, I want to go to the Philippines." They saw all the guys living great lives on the beach, dating much younger women, attractive women, or just having a different, option was really popular. So I think that drew a lot of people to certain places. Yeah, of course, the Philippines is nowhere near other countries in tourism, but I think there's still big demand when it comes to people either retiring there or just looking to meet other ladies. So that's one thing I noticed, or a couple things I should say by now. This is a unique road, huh? Small, and the houses are like right against the street.
How is people's, maybe you should ask people how people see the live stream, which is lacking.
Oh yeah,
Like,
guys, how is the quality of the live stream? Are you guys able to see it? I mean, from my point of view, it's not so bad, but maybe because I'm close to the actual live, who knows how that works. Let me get back to some comments here. Robert said the other day I went to Walmart. I was $234. I wanted a second opinion and used self checkout. It was 48. What? I don't get it, but that sounds funny. Exchange rate today, I'm guessing 56.4. Men shouldn't treat the women, says Teresa, like streetwalkers. Oh, Filipinos are beautiful people and they have families who will defend the honor of the woman. Treat women with respect. That's very different than breaking up with somebody, though, right? So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of dirty, fucking disgusting men out there, too, I admit. That those are people I don't really associate, or when I talk about men, I talk about good men or normal men, men that don't go specifically to pay for a woman's companion. I don't even care if you do, but I'm saying these videos probably aren't really applying to that. When I talk about from my own perspective. Therefore, usually I see the men that I talk to being similar mindset as me. But you're right. Yeah, people here are very family oriented. You cross somebody or do something stupid, they'll have nothing to fear. Basically, they'll do what they want. We have arrived.
I think I'm good.
Should I get a hot cappuccino today with the dessert?
But we sit outside, you're gonna
Who
be
said
extreme.
Oh, I get it instead of side. You're right. I want to get it anyway. Actually, no.
Up to you. I just suggest you.
I don't know. Hard to decide. All right, we've arrived, so I can dedicate a bit more time to. You can put in the bag for
Are
now.
you done?
No, I'm gonna go out first.
Oh, wow.
Wah wah wee wah. Uh, get me just a ice cap, same as yesterday.
Ice cream.
Ice, yeah.
In case you wanna use.
Thanks. Use my wallet, yeah. Okay, okay. I'm gonna sit here. Some kind of conversation going on over there. Okay, sorry guys. Let me fix this. Wow, whoa. That's the one thing about like taking you guys out for a spin is like obviously it's not very smooth, you know. What happened?
You want this as a background?
It's all the same. They don't care.
That's a car.
It's fine.
You did right? They have
That's
the seat back.
it's okay. It's gonna be like half an hour, maybe an hour. All right. Sorry about all that. Now we're back. Now I can talk to you guys normally. So it's hot. It's very hot. It's humid. I'm practically in the jungle, as you can see right now. All these plants are for real, man. This is not plastic, man. It's a real plant bomb. So once again, thank you guys for helping me. We didn't reach the goal, but I'm not one of those guys that I'm not gonna come out here because we got 4 stickers instead of 5 stickers. So whoever donated, thank you guys. Hit that like button if you're new to the stream. So obviously, and I'll get to your questions right now that I'm sitting down. I just have to go back up and find what's going on. Ba, ba, ba. Sorry guys, give me a second. I don't know how loud those motorbikes are, but I hope the mic helps, right? So Kyle says, I'm Mexican Spanish slang, men that troll their shirt up past their men that roll their shirts past their stomach is called naco, meaning a person with no class. Wow. I mean, yeah, good streaming, says Sammy. Sammy, thank you. Oh, 56.4. LOL, thanks. Yeah, that's a random guess, but that's just based off yesterday's exchange rate. Kevin says, okay, back. What country are you in? And no, you don't watch a lot of other vloggers, but Tim K just disappeared. Poof, ghosted the net. I think somebody said that he went to Africa. But I don't know. I don't know nothing about that guy. But I know there's a lot of drama with him and his like partner or his young girlfriend pregnant or something. I'm not the one to know about that. Tim K, yeah. No, that was Gio. Tim K. Is, did he just say Tim K? Tim K. Who is Tim K? Sorry, guys. I'm lost right now. Robert says self checkout joke here in the U.S. is on the way out. I know what self checkout is, but getting ripped off. Okay. Reason for security watching, they miss a lot, but it's the intimidation factor. Oh, I got it now. Does a turtle in the car have a name? I think so. I'll have to ask her. LMA Charles. I know shorts don't bring a lot of stuff, but watch a lot of them. But you are an expert. You sure to help you. Yeah, it's a good point. So Kevin says, I know shorts don't bring in subs that watch it all along. Okay, so basically, do short form content help you reach 1,000 subscribers? Definitely. Those shorts do help. Sometimes if you make a popular short that might reach 20 or 30,000 views, you might get like maybe 40, 50 subscribers from that if you're a brand new channel, where you would never make a video long form that will get you 20,000 subscribers when you're first starting, right? So definitely before hitting if you're gonna make shorts, let me backtrack. If you want to be a YouTube content creator, it's very important to recognize this. Either do long form or short form in the long term. Don't do both because it's going to really mess with the algorithm. And if you make long form content, the short term viewers that subscribe won't watch it and your click-through rate will drop, and YouTube will consider your video not that good, so it won't show it to other people. So, but it's good to get the initial 1,000 subscribers so you can go ahead and monetize your channel. Or right after monetization, right after you hit 1,000 subscribers, I'd recommend do not continue doing shorts. But if you want to be an only shorts channel, then do whatever, that won't matter. But for long term, if you want to make money out of YouTube, then definitely pick a lane, either short or long usually, and don't do both after 1,000 subscriber. All good?
Yeah.
What's the name of the turtle in your car?
Dinosaur.
There's a turtle on the dash, no?
Oh, that one is my nephew one. They don't have a name yet.
No name. No name turtle. No. So he don't got no name, huh?
You sit here, mind your back, and then see the whole country.
Nobody cares that much.
I do.
Women, no. Do you guys care where I sit? Please, I'm gonna do a poll right now. You're gonna piss me off. Let's do it. How do
Because
you?
the light came from this.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you exactly how much men care.
Yeah,
Okay, let's see.
it's lively.
Yeah.
It's lively.
It is lively, huh? Lively. I'll show you what's lively in a second. Hey, how do you do a poll on here? I know you. All right, you can do a poll.
Is here?
Yeah, so I can't do it through here?
No.
Oh, that's why. I see now, I see. Start a poll. Do do you care about my background or where I sit? Where I sit. There's a poll. Just gotta put a yes or no. Start poll. Do you care where I sit? Please take the poll, everybody. Let me know if you care. Somebody said bad show. Oh, my feelings are hurt. Get the fuck out of here. Get them off the channel. Oh, let's see. Okay, so now I just did a poll, guys. Say yes or no. Do you care where I sit? But you won't see the pretty girls here, man. Like, look, like right here is it's just a fence, and behind me is just a cafe, right?
Let me pull it out.
And there you go.
Pull this out.
I got it now.
No, pull this out.
Oh man, I can't even like. There we go. How do we check the poll?
You're so stupid, because here is the.
Oh. See, 73% don't care where I sit. Told you, men's don't care. Yeah, they don't care what is going. They just. It's like women going taking pictures in the field of flowers. You think a guy cares? In flowers or what your hair? They care about 2 or 3 things. That's it. And trust me, the background is not one of them. I like current location. Thank you, Christopher. The turtle's name is.
Oh, this is background.
This is my background. It's my cactus. All right. Thank you. Very high production value here. Why are you looking at my junk, man? Like, they can't see. Don't worry. Let me get back to these 13 votes. Thank you for doing that, guys. Now we've solved that issue. Nobody cares about the location of my current location is good. The turtle's name is Dash. Ah, that's a great name, Rick. That's so clever. Hi from Australia. It says somewhere else today. Hello. Try sitting next to a pool with a fresh shave. We can see the bikinis in the reflection. Buddy, you can see it in the forehead right here. You don't need my shave. Yeah. How do you end this? Or at least, I'm gonna end the poll, guys. See, 80%, 81% don't care about it. Bam, boom, done. Thank you guys for taking the poll. Ended with 81% not caring. Are they gonna bring it out, the drinks?
They have 2 more customers.
People coming out here early, huh? Should we go get some food around here? Show some people.
Yeah, they have like street
It's
window.
hot though,
Yeah,
man.
it is hot.
It's so hot. It's so humid. Um, what are we talking about? People love this. I don't know. What do you call this?
Yadom.
Yadom, but what is the English word for this?
Inhaler.
Inhaler, huh? Real, like, legit herbs inside of this.
See?
Feels like a hospital inside my nose hole. Like, anybody try this before? This is like, it's big time popular here. Not my thing, bro. Somewhere else they said, thank you for your news content. Married to a Filipino and spent a lot of time there. I like you're always respectful to everyone and entertaining. Cheers, Artie. Thank you. I try to be. I'm probably not that respectful in life, in real life, but at least on camera to the public, I try not to be rude, at least the bare minimum I can do. That's one of my goals in life. Don't hurt somebody else. That's it. Stuart says, I love your work, Alex. If you ever in Subic, I'll buy you a pint. Thank you. I don't drink, but I'll take a nice mango shake or something. I appreciate that. Teresa says, the greenery makes a beautiful background. Notice, Teresa, you're probably one of the few that voted yes for my background location. I think men and women just simply care about different things. It's just natural. That's the biggest flower pot I've ever seen up there.
They have coconut windows here on the
They
roof.
do? Let's go check it out. After the drink? Before we go back? Okay. It's 11 a.m. there. Yeah, in the Philippines, it's 11 a.m. Yeah, but Asian countries, one good thing is like you can be in the city, and I think that was the most obvious in Malaysia. Like you go from like giant skyscrapers to like rainforest within like a couple hours, like actual rainforest, like you know what I mean? Or like just green parks and beautiful nature. Like these plants over here, look at the size of these. Like this is not like a random setup. This is actual plants. This is like real life shit, you know? So that's one great thing about Asia. Yeah, Robert Cole says if you really want to clear out your sinuses, put a bunch of those wasabis on your food. Oh, okay. It's violent and clears in 3 seconds. Yeah, real wasabi. A lot of that stuff is just fake, but like real wasabi will knock you out, man. That stuff is potent. All right, all right. We still got 40 people watching this. Over 76 likes. If you just joined the live stream, please take a second, hit that like button, and ask me any questions you have about Thailand, Philippines, Vietnam, Malaysia, all those places. I am super excited to be going to my new country in a couple weeks. Never been there before, and if you guys want to know about that, check out Living Abroad. Just an interview with JT. A lot of reactions for that one. That's it, man. I think it's important to just recognize and be able to be prepared for diversity. No, what's the word I'm looking for? My brain just went dead. When I do this for like an hour and a half or so, I start to lose a little energy. I think it's normal, right? But I'm talking about expect shit to not always work out is my point, but there's a word for it I was looking for. My point is just be open-minded. Don't focus heavily on one thing, whichever negative, positive, women, beach, whatever it is. You have to try to get out of that mindset of being focused on one thing only because you miss out on so many things around you, you know? So sometimes I walk around and I realize I'm not smiling, you know? Because, sorry, Cap. Because like it's too hot or like I'm just like grumpy or something, and I'm just like, if somebody smiles at me, that's when I realize I'm not smiling. I'm like, oh, I bet they thought I was mean or something. So that's one thing I just kind of try to like be aware of the way I present myself sometimes. This just went off course once again. Crazy Corpseman says, I live in Alaminos. You ever been here and did 100 Islands tour and any other? I've not been there. I don't know where that is. Is that even? I have no idea. Teresa says, are you moving to a new country or just visiting? I'm just visiting. You know, Philippines is where I live like longer term, but I do hop around pretty much every month at this point to a different country or a new country. I still want to see the world, you know, and while I'm in Asia, there's only a couple of countries I haven't been to yet, so I have to check those out before going to the West. So Philippines, the country itself for now, it's been so good to me, and that's why I'm so interested in it. That's why I know a lot about it. That's why I share these news articles with you, because I know it would have been really helpful if I was coming to the Philippines and I saw some of these things. Like I said, although I don't watch too many videos at all about the country I travel to, but if I were to live somewhere long term or visit somewhere long term, I think the news would help, the top stories would help, the deep dives into relationships or any kind of dynamics would have helped. So, and other expats experiences. I think it's really important to hear from another person living there and like multiple people, not just me. So if you go on living abroad, there's hundreds of videos, right? Then you start to get like a slight idea. If every single person says Filipinos are friendly and kind, then you might expect, and they might be, Filipinos might be friendly and kind. They have been to me. They have been to a lot of people, right? If every person says, you know, stop going online, stop dating people online, you might put a little bit of weight on that, right? So why not? When are you going to Australasia? That's a good question. I thought about Timor Leste. I thought about Australia. Australia doesn't really interest me because I feel like the culture might be very similar to Canada. Obviously, the geography and no similarities if you really want to be honest. But I'm saying it's not on top of my list. Not to mention the cost of living. I'd assume it's going to be similar to Canada or much more expensive than what I'm paying for life now. So at some point, once I start having a solid income or close to my retirement age, once my house is paid for or something, I would definitely consider Australia and other neighboring countries like New Zealand perhaps at that point. But for now, I'm gonna stick to something within my budget. I'm not one of those people that lies. Like I don't think I've lied about anything. I mean, obviously I have. But my point is I don't intentionally mislead or lie about something to so yeah, cost of living, budget is a major factor wherever I travel. So for those two reasons, still not ready, huh? I guess they're busy.
Keep making now. But how about my bread? Okay,
We're
because I
halfway
didn't bring
still.
the
Yeah, it's
chef.
okay. It's gonna be done probably soon, I
But
assume.
it's sharing internet too, so it's consumed a lot.
Oh, that's okay. We're gonna be done soon. You pick the beans and all that?
Huh?
Pick the same beans as yesterday? Culture shock, yeah. Right now, guys, since everybody's asking, it's not a secret. It's not meant to be a secret. Right now, I'm not in the Philippines. I left Cebu because my visa was over and I didn't want to renew it immediately, so I decided to come for a short, quick trip in Bangkok right now. So I'm here in Bangkok before heading over to my next country. If you watch my regular content or my living abroad, you know I do this on a regular basis. Thailand is basically my third home. So what does that look for, man? No, obviously. After Canada and the Philippines, it's Thailand here often. But yeah, so that's that.
Oh, ขอบคุณค่ะเดี๋ยวเสร็จแล้วเดี๋ยวเข้าไปทำร้านขอบคุณค่ะ
Thank you. What'd you get?
I think this is yours. Latte.
You got a latte? Oh, this must be yours.
Because they have the powder on top.
Oh, I guess he mixed it maybe.
You try and then you tell. When I show this is latte.
So this is the latte we got here. How much was this?
75.
So $2, basically $2. But this is like you can get these very cheap though, right? 20 baht maybe? 30 baht?
Like inside is really well decorated.
Yeah, this is a really nice place, so I like it. And I don't mind paying more for,
And they have variety of beans.
yeah, you can pick your beans and all that stuff. So this seems milky to me, but whatever, it might be delicious. That's the same, I'm sure. No?
It's latte,
There's no foam, but it tastes the same.
but different bean.
And sugar.
Good, man.
That's great. The Philippines looks like heaven. I don't know why you would move. The Philippines is heaven. I moved because I've been on the move for 6 years. It's not like I retired there, right? You guys have to realize that I don't have a permanent home in the Philippines. I'm still traveling. I have significant others in Thailand, so there's a reason why I'm here. And the Philippines is heaven for sure if you have like everything in order, right? So for me, I was just like staying at an Airbnb for 4 weeks. I it's great in so many ways, but I still want to see different places. And on my way to my next country, this is where I'm stopping by. Kyle said, before you go to Australia, watch Border Security and Danger TV. You will learn a lot to make it easy without any issues. However, that doesn't mean that you won't be randomly picked. Yeah, I've seen all that stuff. I don't mind Border Security. I got nothing to hide. So it's not an issue. I think it's a super entertaining show because I have Border Security TV show in Canada as well. There's some weird ass people coming through bringing in all kinds of stuff. As far as Australia, it's the animals and the insects that kind of not worry me, but I think about seeing a giant spider or some weird ass, you know. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Should raise your salary, production value here. Okay. Kevin says, have you ever seen monkeys or tarsiers, flying foxes, etc.? Those rare animals would make my day. So amazing and different. Yes, I've seen all of those, and I've seen what's the thing we saw in Indonesia? The thing that poops out. Oh, I seen those giant bats, man. The ones that the size of humans. Remember the bats, the big bats,
Oh, with a big ball.
buddy. Like this, the bat was the size of a dog, like a Rottweiler. I mean, I don't know how a bat can get that big. And we saw those things that poop coffee,
Luwak cat.
luwaks or whatever. But I've seen
Luwak.
luwak cocks, huh? And I've seen all kinds of animals. One time we got attacked by monkeys at a temple,
Yeah,
buddy. I've never been like
it's here in Thailand.
I know. I've never been scared in my life except for that. Like, honest to God, I don't get scared.
You scream.
Well, I had to fight, man. It's like I screaming at the monkey. "Wah!" Eventually, it worked, man.
We become King Kong.
It was fucked up, man. And these were like stompy monkeys. It wasn't like a. It was. You know what kind of monkeys they were? It was like a.
You search.
I gotta look it up, man. You gotta see this monkey. This wasn't a normal monkey. Like
Big, black,
bulky,
fat.
bulky monkey, Thailand. I've seen all kinds of animals, man. There's some, those monitor lizards all over the parks. Nah, this is just a. Oh, this shit right here. What is that? It's not like a chimp. It's like a short version of some kind of. It's like
Short and thick.
short and like muscular looking, right? Like they chased us down the hill, man. I think we walked into their like habitat, So well, it was tricky. Anyways, so that was that. I have a short somewhere on Living Abroad. I don't know if the short is still up, public or private now. I think it's privatized it. Crazy. Just running for my life for the first time in my life.
And after that, it looks like you have a fight, but
Oh yeah.
actually,
My whole arm was like shredded. Not shredded, but I had like claw marks all over my shoulder. And I'm thinking, yeah, I fought off some monkeys. It was a girl, man. She's scratching me, screaming. I'm like, hey, relax. It's fucking crazy, man. Anyways, so yeah, I've seen monkeys and other kinds of stuff. You got a picture of Happy, I think, online. Baboons? They weren't baboons. They were like a mixture of baboon, a chimp, and those small monkeys all in one. And they had this. Is that what it's called? Fruit bats? Yeah, they're huge. What about snakes? I hear there are many kinds. Don't want to meet a cobra. I haven't. Whoa! What happened here? Somebody. But how did the money go up to $48? But I don't see no super things.
really?
Yeah, weird. Somebody sent like a.
Get out and come, get in again.
Hold on, let me fix this, guys. I want to be able to show appreciation to those that appreciate me. I must have missed.
While we drive?
Yeah, it's weird, guys. I don't know how this happened, but I think I missed one of your contributions to the
One
channel.
more. No, up, down.
No,
Oh,
but wasn't there like a way to see the supers? Let's see.
can you filter the chat?
I can. Yeah.
Or is here?
I think it's here. Sorry, guys. Give me a second here. I'm gonna highlight whoever donated to the channel. I don't want to be an asshole. You know, it's funny when you're looking for something on this, it's never there. Like, but then chat filter, okay. Fan funding. Oh, I think I just converted to Canadian.
Oh, could be.
Weird, right? So yeah, thank you Robert Cole for 20 bucks, the professor for 10 bucks, and Charles P for $5. So thank you guys for those donations. I thought I missed somebody's contribution and I didn't want to like ignore it. So thank you guys. Hey, they have top messages. I can't do all messages. Let's see what that.
You can do.
I didn't know that was a thing.
I don't
Who
know.
knows how many I missed?
I think they filter like some kind of against guidelines.
Oh, okay. Like anybody breaks YouTube commenting
Yeah,
guidelines?
yeah,
Trolls, basically, right?
yeah.
Okay, so Rick says, I had a kuya yelling at me saying, hey Joe, while I was driving and crossing a busy street. Then he threw a water bottle at me. I guess he was pissed that I didn't say hi. Not at all. Of course, Rick, not all of anybody's anything, right? Not all Canadians are polite or friendly. Not all Thai people are good. Nice, right?
Yeah.
It's just normal. I've had crazy situations like that. I've seen like naked people just on drugs walking and screaming by themselves. And that guy, and the thing about Joe, a lot of people say, hey, Joe. Although I think it may be because I'm not Caucasian, I'm not a white guy, so maybe that's why. But I think Joe is just like for all foreigners. I've never been once called a Joe. Then again, I haven't visited so many like provinces. So maybe if I lived in the province, they'd be calling me Joe as well. I've never had that issue. But yeah, you're right. Not all people are nice, just like anywhere else. But I guarantee you, a lot nicer in the Philippines than other countries. Peanut Home said cobra chase lizard up the coconut trees. Coconut harvesters get down the trees quickly when they meet a cobra. Oh, very interesting. Oh, really? Flying foxes, fruit bat, they're all the same thing. Basically, dogs with wings. They don't hurt people. They eat the wigs, the figs in the Philippines. Can't wait to see them. Yeah, they're really interesting. All those animals, like, whoa. Kevin Venture, oh, he does it. Thomas says, good morning to everyone. Good morning, Alice. Good morning. You want to go? You don't have to be out here. Go inside in the air conditioning.
No.
All right. Talk about a loyal, supportive person next to me. Anyways, all right, guys. So I'm gonna probably log off in like 10 minutes, not even 5 minutes. Ask all your questions. This is a great talk. I always come out here, talk to you guys a little bit on the live streams, just to connect. Honestly, it's cool to see so much support and love for the channel. And once in a while, I can be myself a bit more because I'm not worried about the monetization on the live streams. They don't get as many views, so and it's not as much work, right? I just talk, so I don't care about it as much. I can be myself a bit more and just speak the way I want. Plus, we can be a bit more personal and direct line of communication regarding any question that you have. That's good. I enjoy this a lot. Once again, I feel very lucky to be out of the rat race. Stressful life. It wasn't really stressful in the sense that my life wasn't good, but I just felt like I wasn't being fulfilled at work, in my personal life, and Asia seemed like the type of culture I want to be a part of. There's still respect between people. There's still relationship roles that I want to have a part of. People are less argumentative. My money went a lot further. I got to see places I would never see unless it was like in a laptop or a dream somewhere. So yeah, goodbye Canada for now. So I'm out here living the dream daily, every day.
Small house.
This one is let's see.
Here, here,
Oh
here.
yeah. You guys see this temple? It's like a shrine. Thai people make offerings to the Buddha, right? Is it more every morning or?
it just depends on the house. Someone like they do just only Buddha day, but someone they do every day. But we believe that a good spirit will be inside and protect the land or the house.
That's pretty cool.
Sometimes when you walk past, you will see they certified with sweet things or food.
I heard that foreigners drank some of the juice that was left
Yeah.
us. Oh my God, man. Stupid people. Like, oh, free juice. Anyways, okay. What are we talking about? Life is good. Let's read some more comments and we'll get out of here. Kevin says, Joe is from GI Joe military, and I was surprised the Philippines just King Cobra and the Sun Bear. The Sun Bear is a unique looking thing. I remember seeing one of those, not in real life, but just like online. Kyle says, whenever someone calls me Joe, I reply, hey, Charlie. having Thomas says, having a supportive person is always nice, especially as an independent person. Many benefit from responsibilities. Definitely. That's it, guys. I'm going to go ahead and enjoy my morning brew. Actually, we were going to go buy a coconut, but I think it's enough for today. We've been going for like 2 hours almost. I appreciate every single one of you guys as always. Thank you for watching, commenting, subscribing. Thank you guys all for the donations to the channel. It makes a big difference. It allows me to be here, so I don't forget those kinds of things. It's not someone, I'm not one of those people that doesn't know reality or just doesn't appreciate things. But Thomas says, I couldn't sit in that heat and talk like you do. Go enjoy your day. See you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Have a beautiful day, brother. Peace. Yes. Thank you guys. Honestly, this is everything I've ever wanted. You know, a lot of people talk, a lot of people want, but a few people can and will. And I think I took what was given to me, or a little bit of just my privilege of being a Westerner, having a strong passport, English being a native English, you know, my language here. So it goes a long way in Asia. A lot of opportunities open up for you. So I'm glad I'm able to share some of those with you guys. So thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Okay, bye. If I could just end this live stream.